And Sahil, meanwhile, President Obama will be in Georgia today campaigning for Senator Warnock and Stacey Abrams. What can we expect? I mean, this Georgia entire state races have really intensified.
They certainly have, Jose. Former President Obama will be here in Atlanta to campaign with top Democratic candidates. He's hoping to lend his star power within the party to offer a singular message that Democrats should turn out. They need to vote, that the stakes in this election are high. Specifically, he's known to be effective at reaching young voters and black voters, two core constituencies that can make or break elections for the Democrats. And I spoke to an advisor to President Obama who said he's going to highlight a number of things. First, threats to democracy. That's an issue on the minds of many Democrats. He will talk about that. In Georgia in particular, Democrats are attuned to that issue. But he'll also talk about economics, the cost of living, which is the singular issue on the minds of most independent voters. He'll make the case that Democrats have worked on this front to try to do things like lower energy costs, that Democrats, in his view, have the backs of voters. And he believes that that's how Democrats can win, ultimately to win elections. Now, this comes as there's some concern within Democrats that the race for the Senate is tightening, with Raphael Warnock, the Democratic incumbent's lead, shrinking somewhat in recent surveys. One of them who mentioned this, one Democrat who mentioned this in what he thought was a private conversation with President Biden yesterday, is Chuck Schumer, the Democratic Majority Leader. I want to play what he had to say on that hot mic moment. Now, if you didn't hear him there, Schumer said the state where we're going downhill is Georgia. And he did go on to say that the early vote for Democrats is huge. That is a bright spot for the party here. Now, it's that context in which the Democratic Senate committee is unleashing a new ad going heavily negative against the Republican challenger Herschel Walker, bringing up allegations of his turbulent past, allegations of domestic violence, questioning his honesty, mentioning the fact that even his son, Christian Walker, has called him a liar. That is, it looks like an increasingly negative campaign down the stretch, with Herschel Walker campaigning with the likes of Republican Senators Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham around Georgia lately. Then on the governor's race, it's a rematch of 2018. Stacey Abrams, the Democratic challenger, faces now Republican incumbent Brian Kemp, who is the clear favorite. He's leading by a fairly wide margin in recent polls. It's going to be tough for her to pull this off, Jose.